Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, yeah. Hey, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl. Oh, yeah. This is my part right here. Whoa.
Hello, welcome to Golden Girls Podcast. This is your super producer, Destiny. It's good to see everybody. Hey! So we got our host. I'm gonna let her introduce herself first, and then we got a few guests that's actually really special. So this is gonna be a good episode. But I'll let our host go first.
So I'm DJ. I'm back. I'm here every week.
Yes, hey DJ.
Hey.
I just love seeing you because every time I'm like, DJ said she was not gonna do this.
I'm not supposed to be back, and I'm here
all the time. Like, I love it.
New co-host. I'm excited.
I love it. I know. All right, so this month is February, and we have been focused on love and relationships. So we've been talking a lot. We've been talking to single women. We've been talking to single men. So this show is a little different. We are gonna dig deep into marriage, like uncut, real deal marriage, and let's just really have a conversation about what that is, because everybody want it, but can we all really handle it?
No.
So DJ, you start. Introduce us to the person that's sitting next to you.
This is my husband, Cornelius Wilson III.
I am the third.
Welcome, honey.
Guys, world. I don't know how you introduce yourself. I'm Corn. That's what it was said on the paper.
Tell the people about yourself, honey.
Why are you golden?
Why am I golden? I mean, there's so many reasons why I'm golden, so I'm gonna have to pick just one. Because I married her. First of all, first and foremost. Easy.
Period.
He took my reason.
Oh, did he? He took your reason. Okay. Well, nice to see you, Corn. Nice to see you.
Be seen.
All right, and then over here, my man in the big comfy chair. Can you introduce yourself to everyone, sir?
Hello. My name is Steele.
Hi, Steele.
How are you doing?
Good. What's golden about you?
Just a good fearing Christian man. Or God fearing Christian man.
Oh, you fear good. You fear good.
This is right.
God ain't even let him get it out. I'm a good feeling Christian man. He ain't used that verbiage in 15 years. He ain't even know how to get it out. I'm a good fearing.
This is why you can't take him nowhere.
I can't take him nowhere. I'm just Listen, this is work. We're acting stupid.
Now y'all see what kind of episode this is.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna be here all night.
That's the catchphrase of the show. Every time somebody asks me something I don't want to answer, I'll be like, I'm a good fearing Christian man.
Oh my God.
Good fearing, not God. Good. I fear good. Oh, my side hurts.
Okay, so
That was a true knee slapper.
we're just gonna. So, hey, Steele, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
So I don't have a choice. I have to introduce the man over here to my right, because he don't even know how to just be quiet until it's his turn. So I'm gonna introduce my husband over here, Mr. Elijah Williams. You know, you might have been wanting to be 50. I'm gonna let you here. There you go.
Hello, everybody in Facebook land. Golden Girls Podcast. I'm honored to be here today. I'm normally behind the scene making drinks and talking stuff, but today I got a slot on the show. Burr, 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 burr.
My bad. I was just so shocked.
You know how long I've been waiting to have that bomb drop behind me?
Listen, okay.
All my life.
All right, y'all. I can't even. All of this is a journey and a stretch.
What you want?
I'm learning.
You asked for this.
This is a journey, and I'm stretching. And Jesus, you teaching me how to get these people together. That when I do these big interviews, I'm gonna be ready because
I need to FaceTime somebody.
All right, so the cocktail of the day, DJ. What are we drinking today?
We're drinking an old fashioned.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's bourbon. That's my favorite liquor. It's
Okay.
bourbon.
So yes, DJ in charge of getting us there tonight.
So my husband made it. You know.
Oh,
shout out to the husband.
It's good.
Shout out to the husband. Shout out to the husband. Yes. Okay. All right. What's in the old fashioned corn? What you got? What's in it?
Oh, okay. In this particular old fashioned, we have a nice rye maker mark, and we have your snapper orange flavor with a little bit of dash of sugar, and you top it off with some ice cubes.
All right.
That's perfect. Old fashioned.
All right. That sounds like some good stuff. Okay. So next we got our mental health check-in. Basically, you just have a couple minutes that you just tell us where you are right now mentally. Good, bad, ugly. Doesn't matter. But just, you take a little moment and let yourself out. Corn, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, go.
All right. So, look, I'm a new dad. I've been a new dad for going on, 7 months? Yeah. 7 months.
All right, new dad.
And I finally got to the point where I'm like, whew, all right, I can get back to being almost me, and grinding and out, making all this money, making everybody happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of happy. Mentally.
All right.
I feel new again.
I'm mad at that. That's really beautiful.
Before it's still there being him, taking away me and her.
He's supposed to. He's not taking away. He a part of you.
He got a grandmama.
Okay. DJ, you want to go next? Mental health check-in. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay. Why just okay? What's going on?
We are in the process of buying a house.
Yes.
And it is a lot of ups and downs with that. So a deal just fell through on one house.
Oh my god.
And I really wanted it. I did. I really wanted it. He didn't like it like that, but I did. He didn't like it like that.
I was gonna push it, but it's kind of rude, so I didn't want to do it.
We're here for entertainment. Are you not entertained?
But we found something better. It's just having to start that process over. You have to. This deal might fall through, or something else might happen, or I hate it so much. I hate the process.
I was so excited. I thought y'all really had it, but damn. Okay.
I just put it like this: if we get this one, we have a lot of functions over there.
Okay, functions over there.
Yep.
Okay, functions over there.
Not for the people on Facebook.
I'm trying to. Oh, everybody can't come to the function.
I don't know where the camera's at. Somebody's looking at me this way.
It's up there. See it? All right, Steele, how you doing? Mental health check-in. Where are you mentally?
I'm good. I'm in a different space right now. A few folks on my mom is dealing with a couple things, so that's a different space for me to be and not being in control.
Yeah.
But you control things you can control and pray for things you can't.
Absolutely.
I'm in a growing space.
Absolutely. I love that. Okay. Mr. Williams, how you doing?
I'm happy to be here.
Wait, come on, you gotta come close to the mic.
Yes. Speaking to the mic.
How you doing?
I'm happy to be here.
All right, mental health check-in.
Mental health, I'm happy. I'm just here and I'm happy to be with friends and family and I made it. I'm on the Golden Girls podcast. I ain't gonna hold you up. That was
absolutely. What'd you say?
That was definitely on my New Year's resolution. It's like I gotta make a change in my life, and I gotta make something golden.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
It only took 2 months, and I made it. Already,
I made it. Right.
Like the rest of the year's a breeze. Good.
Listen. You're right. Because we're golden. So I absolutely agree. So you just happy everything good? All right. So mental health check-in for me. I'm good. Definitely stretched. Like learning how to do all of this. The podcast is getting easier every week. It's something. I'm learning something new every week. Like I learned so much last week. Like, oh my God. Good audio is so necessary, but I'm learning. I'm getting some stuff together. So just pray for me, y'all. Whenever you just trying to think like who needs some prayer, just put my name right there, and I appreciate that. All right, so that was our mental health check-in. Everybody feel good.
I like your sound.
Thank you.
Good transition.
Thank you.
Good transition.
Thank you very
Made me
much.
feel even better. I'm like, okay.
Thank
Can
you.
I add to my note real quick? Just being here makes me feel wonderful.
I hope so. I definitely try to create that. So people,
It could be the old fashioned.
one thing that Missy said is getting easier. It's really not. But one thing about Golden Girls podcast is the culture and the vibe. Like we definitely set the tone and the vibe. So well before we start recording, we get everybody in the mood and everybody a little squishy so that we could talk and have a great time. So I'm glad that you feel good.
Squishy.
Yes, squishy.
Squishy as they come.
Oh, you definitely are. We're gonna move real quick. All right, so let's get to know our host just a little bit more. So, Steele, tell us a little bit about yourself, how long you've been married. Shout out to your wife, absolutely. So, give us a little bit. And look, boom, she in the comments. That was she popped right in on cue, like. Teen, she just commented Teen Titans.
Attack on Titan.
Maisha talking about
still
snacks.
got it wrong.
I know, right? Listen, Missy, this has been an adventure. Like I like, oof.
Missy, the only person
She's
that has not
starving
broke
us.
the rule is me.
She's still
I
starving
haven't
us.
had anything.
I am starving them, but
Starving us until
a
we
bag of
die.
chips floated around. I took a couple because okay. So let me tell y'all something real quick. I have a
Everything
rule
special for
that when you
her.
come over and do the show, you can do the show, you can drink and do whatever you got to do, but you're not eating until the show is done because I need my episode. So people be in here starving and they just be struggling all the time. So that's what's happening right now, y'all. Like everybody mad at me because they want to eat, but still has the only one that has because I took a
that
couple
is a
chips
rule.
myself. So still, he has not ate anything. But actually, I got your Cash App and Missy. Still,
Yes, sorry about that.
go. Let us know who you are. What's going on? How long you been married?
My name is Steele.
Shout out to your wife. All that.
Married to my beautiful wife, Miss Amanda
Little
Gabriella
closer.
Hughes. Miss Amanda Gabriella Hughes. Been married.
Yes.
Been married for about a year and a half. October 24th,
That's new.
2019. You know, we're new. I guess in this space we
Still
newlyweds,
newlywed,
but in
yeah.
our circle we the veterans. So you know, I lean on that.
The Wilsons. Somebody let us know like a little bit about you guys. You married? Any kids? Any details? Anything like that?
So yeah, we're the Wilsons. We're married. That's my wife. I'm her husband. We have a son. He's the fourth. I'm the third.
Okay.
That's
Period.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
That's wild in itself. The fourth.
The fourth. Yeah.
And hopefully there's a
crazy.
fifth, and I might see a sixth if I live long enough and technology give me the grace. Maybe a seventh. I mean, I'm just saying.
I couldn't argue with him about the name.
Oh no, there was
I had to
no
let him
way.
have that.
Yeah, you just gotta have another
That
baby.
that was it. That was it. So
Yeah.
even his dad walked up to me.
It's like, yeah, you know what it is, right?
Look, it's over.
You know what his name is.
It don't matter what you want. It's over.
If y'all had a girl, what would the name be?
I don't know.
I
I was
don't know.
planning
That
on
was
it
up to
being a
her.
boy.
Cornelia. No. We'd have just been trying for a boy next. Got a girl? Would have been trying for a boy. All right, I guess I gotta adopt.
Okay.
Well, so we've been together for 13 years. 13 years we've been together.
Hold on, that's inaccurate. That's okay. You're right. 13 going on 14.
I know how to do math.
Apparently, I don't.
I don't even know why
13
you
years.
fought that.
We've been
He was just
married.
looking for his turn. Like,
Yeah.
gotcha.
He like
We've
I was
been
voice out on the
married
mic.
for 3 years. We've been married for 3 years, together for 13.
Okay. Okay, that's beautiful.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
Long time.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all.
I appreciate you.
All right, Mr. Williams, can you tell everybody a little bit about us? Because they hear my voice all the time.
Yeah, we the Williamses. We the Williamses.
Why would you get out here?
This is my beautiful wife, Destiny Nicole Williams. We met. We met January 31st.
Oh my gosh. Look at you.
I know, right?
What's with the dates?
We met January 31st of 2009. I came behind her for a dance. We danced. I asked for her number. She gave me the wrong one. I called her on the spot to get the new one. She lied and said she gave me the wrong one by accident. And then, I eventually called and bada boom, bada bang.
So I gave him the wrong one by accident. I lied and said I gave him the wrong one by accident.
See how smooth that just rolled off?
And then, y'all, I went. So I'm at Western, right? So I leave the party. I'm walking back to my dorm. Then a car pulls up on me with Corn and him and Twine in it. And
damn, you remember that specifically?
He told me who was in the car. I didn't know y'all at the time, but
I wasn't there. What you talking about?
It was you. Pulled up on me on the side. So right before they pull up, my phone rings and it's him. Because remember, he got my number, like he got the real number. So I got my little flip phone. So I flip it open. I'm like, oh hell no! I flip it down and he pulls up. Literally, he like, damn, really? I was like, oh my god, like. Oh Lord, what the hell?
Hilarious.
Yeah, so and he ended up, he didn't call me for like 5 days. I guess he was in his feelings, but eventually he got bored and called me, and we stayed on the phone for like 12 hours.
Yeah, it was really disrespectful. That's what it was. It was like, you just gonna allow me to see you ignore my call. Like, this is, I don't want to interrupt y'all right now. I just want to say my guy's still right here with his woman over here. He is doing the best he can right now.
Wait a minute.
Is that a gold or bold?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Amanda said, still stop.
Okay.
And then Maisha said Cornelia is her great grandmother's name.
Hey, that is not my fault. I promise.
All right. Anywho, next to Sheila's topics. So here's Sheila, guys. Sheila's a wine glass that we have for all of our listeners. It is always full of the good tea and the questions. We're going to pass Sheila around. Everybody ask a question. The question that you pull, you are 100% responsible to answer. After you pull it, it is open for other people to answer, and I am going to nudge people to answer questions. So, because, I got to get the goods.
I know this is live, but can I give a idea?
No.
Okay.
All right. So, after in the show debrief meeting, you're definitely welcome. But right now, no. All right. Still, here you go.
It's like a fortune cookie.
What?
Fortune cookie.
Coochie.
Fortune coochie. What was that?
You on your own with that one.
All right, come on.
Don't embarrass me like this.
Come on.
Infinity
Don't do
Cinema.
that.
Still, what's your question?
Were your parents married? Yes.
For how long? For how long?
I didn't ask all that.
But we're asking it. For how long?
They were married for 6 years.
Okay.
6 or 7.
Okay. How did that impact your view of marriage, or did it at all, or?
I'm not gonna say it a lot. I break down after the show about how that affected my time.
The whole point is that you're sharing it on the show.
Oh, like
You gotta give us something.
Come on.
Already bring your spouse. You can't just hold out on the info.
He said, yeah, I'm just happy here. You see
I'm
me,
not gonna
right?
answer no questions. I'm not gonna do that.
Y'all want me to talk?
What's wrong with y'all? That ain't what they paid me for.
Not what I signed up for.
Okay. Give us something.
As he
little
hasn't
piece
said a
of
word.
What my parents' marriage taught me, you got to appreciate a person for who they actually are.
Okay.
You know, you don't necessarily look at, appearance or monetary values. You got to truly get to know and love who a person is as an individual. And if you can't appreciate that individual, the outside flair can't be everything. So it's like, appreciate the person.
I agree. That's awesome. Anybody else want to answer?
My parents were together about 11 or 12 years before they actually got married.
Oh,
So
wow.
I was about 12 when they
Were
got
you in a
married.
wedding?
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is cool.
That's cool.
Like,
I remember it. Like, my granny got me this ugly dress. Hated the dress. But
Honestly, I got 2 eyes. She might
it
watch
was, the actual, like, being married, that, it wasn't a big deal to me. That, because they weren't married, but we operated accordingly, But they waited, eventually they did. But, we were together 10 years before we got married.
Very much so. Yeah.
It didn't make a difference to me.
Okay. It didn't make a difference to you to get married at all?
After we got
Or to the
married,
state of Kentucky.
I can sign his hospital papers.
I mean, yeah, we were technically married, but not.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah,
How long
state
y'all
of
was
Kentucky. Yeah, because state of Kentucky, if you together for 10 years or more, you're legally binded.
How do you prove it?
Yeah.
That I honestly do not recollect, but I know we had more than enough.
Either way, I'm getting half. That's it. Either way, I'm getting half. That's all I know.
Who gonna check me, bro?
That's
I
it.
agree.
I want half.
I agree. I'm not mad at that at all. Okay.
My parents were married for like 22 years.
Wow.
They was married for and then they got divorced. So yeah, my dad and my mom. My dad was really good. This is kind of skewed, but whatever. Let's talk. So my dad was cool with my mom's older brothers. So I think they had like a maybe 7 or 8 year difference. So
He was on some shit.
yeah, so they were cool, and then when moms hit 18, they're like, "What up?" You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but you know what?
Shaking my head.
It's a credit to my dad, though, in my opinion, because you gotta be a stand-up guy for your friend to accept you as you fucking with my little sister.
He looking for a silver lightning, baby.
It's true, but it's guy world. It's true. Like if your man,
Sister, I guarantee you.
Yeah, like
really, really rough.
yeah, like and they never. The reason I say it had to be stand up because they never fell out. So if they was like okay,
even after the divorce.
yeah, they was always cool. So if my dad was a stand-up enough guy to where if you find out I'm messing with your little sister and you like, okay, that's
8 years older.
Yeah, you 8 years older.
Yeah, like, all right,
So
cool.
you 18, she 18, you know, what's that, 26? And he like, yeah, what's up? I like your sister. And they was cool with that. That said a lot about him. And I didn't look at it like that until I got older. Like,
Look at it from a different perspective.
yeah, I look at it different.
Getting older perspective is kind of cool.
Yeah,
It is.
It is because the alternative is like not being able to do that. So.
Yeah. For sure. So yes, they were together, and it just taught me that you always have to grow your marriage because you got to grow it or grow out of it. So it's like it makes me focus on continuing to be on the same page with my wife. That's what it taught me.
That's true.
Oh, that was so beautiful.
Look
That
at
made
him
me.
always shouting you out.
Yeah, your husband over there.
I said the same thing to my wife. She didn't give me all that.
I gotta bring mine back out.
She said, "Stop."
Oh,
Are your parents married? No, actually, my parents were not married. They were together for a while, actually, though, before I was born. And then I think they were together probably until I was like 4 or 5, but they were never married. Never actually married. They're pretty nuts, both of them, especially together. Very interesting.
Yeah.
They cool though. I love them. But yes, no, they weren't married.
Okay. Oh, me. Oh, yeah. My parents, they're married, still married. Love them. My idols.
how long you been married?
We've been married since before I was born, before my older brother. Oh, wait, no. A year after my older brother, I think. So what's that? 34 years?
And still married.
And still married.
34 years, that's amazing.
That is amazing. They love each other and they kind of like each other, but then they really like each other. So
I feel it.
I'll see
I
y'all
get
for the
that.
You
holidays.
kind of like each other.
We're what, 3
That's a
years
secret.
in, and I get that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
If they're not watching right now, I'm gonna make sure they watch because they're on Facebook. So it's real easy.
okay.
Do they share stuff with you?
As far as what?
I'm been only friends with my mom for like 3 months. And the amount of things she shares with me is crazy.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Being a namesake, you get a lot of responsibilities you did not know you were gonna have. So being Cornelius, I mean, shit. I thought she was calling him, but it was me. But it was him that she was actually meaning to get. But I got up and just like, oh well, damn. Okay, this is a 20-minute conversation I wasn't expecting.
She calls her dad Cornelius?
Hey, no,
Never mind. I know.
you know how the name go in my house.
If you hear the name, it's some shit. If you hear the name, it is some shit.
This clip of all clips.
We gonna get there and Pop's gonna be outside like, what's up?
Right. You know what I'm saying?
All right, next question.
Okay. What is your favorite thing to do as a couple?
Ooh, can we go?
We gotta go
Yeah,
first.
you have to go. She read the question.
Oh, that's easy. Watch anime.
Yes, we watch anime together.
That is so cool. I love it.
Oh wait, is it a caveat to that? Can I put like? No, yeah, we just do watch anime. I don't know.
Okay. Give us some details. What's your favorites? I don't know anything about anime, but let us know.
Attack on Titans. That's a good one.
Okay.
First of all, One Piece is my favorite anime.
One Piece is
of
a
all
great
time.
one. It's been running for about maybe 20 years, I say.
It's the best one ever.
It's like Law and Order, except it's not with a. Well, I hope it's not a rapey director or cast director or whatever. But it's a really good series that's been running for a very long time. Hey, no, that's crazy because he. No, real talk. I love Law and Order. We used to love watching Law and Order.
Yeah, I do.
And then it just came
I
out
don't
that
know what
dude,
just
he got
happened.
arrested for being like one of the victims.
Who was the producer?
Yeah, like the guy who came up with all the ideas for all the Law and Order stuff. Yeah,
That's crazy.
that is what I thought. I was like, man, now I can look at him the same because this is probably his ideas.
So yeah, we watch anime together.
That's so cool. Okay.
Day drink. We
So you
day
gotta
drink
get
and
him
watch
out of
anime.
it.
That's
His
what we
name
do.
sounds like that. Dick Wolf.
The writer from New York Undercover.
I just feel like I don't have any control over it.
At all.
And I just.
My bad.
Now my nigga Dick Wolf.
We are reclaiming our time. Okay.
Every show is a
sorry.
learning experience. 'Cause I ain't got no control over this one. Like, none. Okay.
I won't talk anymore.
The Williams. What is your
You got a
favorite?
pick. Oh,
Oh, what's
wait,
our
wait,
favorite
sorry.
thing to do?
favorite thing to do. Eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eat.
Eat.
Yes.
Eat.
Okay.
Nice.
It's not good.
Try new
it's
restaurants.
Not a good thing, but yes, it's like
It's good for
we
me.
go out of town to go to to go to restaurants.
It's
Like
good for me.
we'll get on a plane because
Some
we
people
like
got
listen.
what is that? Angie's List. No, I got the Williams. Where we going to eat at?
Where we going to eat?
Y'all can test.
we do
I put you
always
up on
get
all
on
type of new shit.
I was
50 has
saying, like,
never
man.
steered me wrong when it came to a restaurant.
We always know where to go
Ever.
eat.
They know
Listen,
everywhere.
Always.
as a fat nigga, I want to tell you, I feel like I'm receiving a Nobel Peace Prize.
Hey, first of all, I don't know, man. You out here running these miles and stuff. You're not necessarily a fat man.
You getting skinny.
Man,
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah,
You
very
getting real
much so.
skinny.
Hey, look, the fact that I'm 330 pounds and people like, you're so small.
I'm done. Still, what is you and Amanda favorite thing to do?
I was gonna say eat, but y'all said it.
I mean, it can still be
It can
yours.
still be eat. I mean, if that's what y'all love to do.
We like to eat, and we watch shows like find little itty bitty like we like house cleaning shows. Not house cleaning, but like
House
Oh,
cleaning.
like
What's
HGTV.
good? Yeah, HGTV
Yeah.
I was about to say, what other house cleaning shows?
We get it.
HGTV. I ain't mad at that.
Hey, look,
We watch like X Factor and like
American Idol or some shit.
The Voice. The Voice is our shit. We watch The Voice.
she watched The Masked Dancer.
Yo, I watched that one time. I watched that one time, and it was Bill Nye the Science Guy. I got so hyped, and then I was like, "This shit is weird." How the hell they got
Pause.
Because it was Bill Nye the Science Guy. Like he was hyped. Like it's like everybody. Like okay, so you had to watch the episode. Like they were trying to guess who it was, and then
Bill Nye got you hype.
Yeah, because it's cool to see him.
Like you actually have to watch the episode.
with
Like
you.
his
I'm
thing
with
was
you.
like ice dancing, being nerdy.
him, I'm with you.
Yeah,
Yep.
fucking fat boy.
Yeah.
Anyway, the show weird at the end of the day. It's cool for a minute, but then it's like, yeah. At least that's my opinion.
Oh my god. I'm gonna touch on that later in the group chat.
All right. All right. Who's next to pull a question? Remember to get up on the mic. We need all that ad-libbing.
Fiddlesticks.
Yep.
What one would you giving you your younger self about marriage? All right, what one would you give your younger self about marriage?
What warning would you give your younger self about marriage? Is that what
Yes.
you're saying?
Yep.
All right. What you got?
Question.
That is a very good question. I'm not sure if there's any warnings that I necessarily didn't think about prior to getting married because I think too much and I thought everything through. So
Just
younger
like
me,
you thinking about this answer.
hey, so that's why I married her because she knows me so well.
You think hard about it too. Think hard about
Who's
it.
just calling a guy on national Facebook like this?
I mean,
National
sometimes it's just
Calling him out though, like
because you know.
Y'all hear the bullshit coming.
He can't even get a minute to think. That's the thing. As a husband, you don't even get a minute to think.
what you gotta think about?
It's nothing to think about because
live
I
in it.
know
You live it.
it
You
is
should know
nothing
it.
to really rethink about in the situation. I mean, the only thing that I would tell younger me in marriage on some 100 shit, I am not even gonna hold you up because it probably ain't too much other than start working out a little bit early just to not be sleepy early. Like my life is pretty dope as being married. Like it's nothing to complain about. Like I love it. It's great and it's
Get
perfectly
some
great.
physique on, homie.
Yeah. Get my physique together. That's about it. Like I'm working on it now. You know what I'm saying? I probably if I did it a little bit earlier, it'd have been a lot bit better. But that's probably the only thing I can
This
think
nigga
of.
Corey like one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
I don't know how you got that out of that, but if that's how you feel,
That's for you.
perfectly
Not for
fine.
the marriage. That's for you.
I mean, no, that is.
Yeah, what would you tell yourself about marriage?
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
That's
did
for
you not
him.
hear my explanation?
That's
Be a
for
better
him.
version than him for you.
I'm fine with the belly, okay? I don't give a fuck. I'm fine with the love handles. That is for him. I don't give a shit. I like them big, you know.
First and foremost, I ain't that
Give me
goddamn. Like, what the
I'm
fuck?
just saying, you brought this into the conversation because
I want you to go jogging and shit. Niggas out here saying, "Hey, bro, you need to shit up." A husky size and shit. I'm like, come on, dog. Goddamn.
She just called corn a BBW and shit.
I was just saying.
Out of curiosity, what's your pants size? What's your biggest?
Bro, I'm crying.
wait a damn minute.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Next, this went way. I'm good for entertainment, apparently. This shit was fun.
With them answers, yeah.
Can you grab the
I was trying to answer, and then damn, it's just like ab lib out of my neck, just out of nowhere, just boom.
You know what I would
You know what I would tell younger me? When you start the podcast, make sure your answers are prepared before you say something. That's what I would tell younger me. I would tell 30 minute younger me.
You know what? I would tell younger me not to lose yourself in the marriage. Make sure you focus.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Right, cause she with me. I don't know what you
Exactly. Nigga.
know what the fuck you're talking.
I'm gonna be honest because they not about to do her like that. I pushed this by mistake. Y'all not about to do her like that.
My lady know what's going on.
You spend so much time worrying about your significant other and their feelings and all of this stuff, and I just lose me in it. So I have to still take you into consideration, but I got to take me into consideration too.
I definitely agree. I get it. I definitely get that. Like, it's important to have your own individual self. You have to have it in order to give it to the relationship. And that's a lesson that you kind of got to learn when you in it. So I definitely get it. Danny Preston said, "What would I tell myself about marriage? Run." Okay, now Sarah go. Okay, now
These are happily married men on the podcast. Okay, happily married.
he trying it. He is trying it. I'm not about to be a part of that mess. All right, so here you go, Elijah.
You gotta answer. Everybody gotta answer that question.
Oh, what's the question?
Everybody got it?
What warning
What would
would
you
you
tell
give your younger self?
Oh, you warning what I tell my younger self. You go.
I would tell my younger self to take everything that I ever thought that marriage was going to be, throw it away, and accept it for what it is, and be happy while doing it.
Good answer.
That says a lot though. With our single episodes, it's a lot of expectations
because it's like you anticipate what it's gonna be like, and it's like if you take and it's nothing like it. So if you go in with these unrealistic expectations, you need to put that to the side and just be present in the actual marriage. Because if you're dealing off of the fantasy of what marriage would be instead of dealing with what it actually is, that's where I feel you can get lost. Yeah. So that's what I would.
I got snaps for that, man. That was poetry.
Thank you. Raphael, they like that.
They like that. I see you, my G.
That is awesome. I love that.
Look at that.
I agree with
you falling
that
in
so
love with your husband all over again.
I am.
Look at that.
That was a good answer because it's true.
It's
true. Because it's so true. It was a good answer.
He not. Go ahead, still.
Vulnerability is a strength.
That's good.
That's great.
That's a good
It's a good and that's so true. It's so true.
Could you elaborate a little bit for me? I don't quite understand what you're saying.
Okay. I feel like in our culture, like as men, you raised to not show emotion. You know, I can't vouch for y'all, but I was raised men don't show emotion. And like that hindered me a lot growing up and in my developmental years. So it's like when you get into marriage and relationships, or you approach that relationship not expressing emotion, that's really not it's not a transactional. It's not like you're not giving anything besides the physical aspect. And it was like when I learned that emotions can be used, not really, they're powerful tools, and being able to communicate what your emotions are and how it's aligned with your actions, that's vulnerability. And if you can communicate that, it's up to the other person to either get on board or get off. It's up to the other person to figure out, like, okay, that's how you feel, so you're either gonna live with me, my actions being like this, and not change anything. And so it opens the door for like honest and blunt communication. If you're vulnerable, if you're not vulnerable, you're weak. I look at it. The more emotional you are, the more confident or insecure you are.
I like that.
The more emotional you are,
the more secure you are. You allow yourself to be honest about how you feel. You're secure.
You have to live in those emotions, no matter what they are.
okay, that makes more sense.
And not be ashamed
In
to
your
do
marriage.
so.
And
You
everything
better
else,
be
you gotta
in here
professional.
talking. Okay? You gotta get these black men together up in here.
Because they need it.
First of all, you talking about me?
No. We in Facebook land. Like, you are married.
Corey, like, I'm emotional right now. Tell me I need to be more goddamn emotional. I'm in my feelings right now.
You ain't hear my last conversation?
Nigga said, fuck you mean I'm not emotional enough? That's how you know Corey. That's how you know Corey is just motherfucking competitive with everything. I'm more emotional than that nigga. I cry on the spot. God damn it.
Y'all see what I deal with?
I mean,
That's
Yeah.
hilarious. All right, next pool.
you love it.
I can't,
You don't pull?
I don't have an answer. What's the question? What was the question? Oh, what would I tell my younger self? What warning would I tell my younger self? Honestly, just get ready to stretch. Like, you're going to stretch in every single way. And even though y'all were together for years before you got married, marriage is different.
It's different.
And you just need to be prepared for that. You can't, you're not in control. It's not about you. It's about a unit. And you just got to deal with that. So suck it up right now. Get ready, because it's going down. Because what else you going to do? Like, you love this man. So, you know what I'm saying? What else you going to do? So,
You make that sound so
it's
bad.
literally like, suck it up.
We
Like,
were
like,
together 10
shit.
years and it was still different.
it's different.
All right,
It was-
so
it
let's
was
get
after
married.
10 years, it
Shit,
was still
nigga, we gotta do this. All right, yeah. Jesus, same way.
I didn't say that at all.
No?
I didn't say that at all. It is suck it up because
It is.
if I'm used to living an individual life and I'm used to like being my own self, running my own things, making my own decisions.
But you also have a man that's making you happy now.
Let me tell you this. If I buy...
But that does not mean that my life didn't change. So there's a transition that I still have to adjust to no matter what. Just because the change is something better doesn't mean that I still don't have to go through the transition.
I'm sorry, I guess I don't understand the phrase of suck it up. Suck it up sounds like you have to accept something that you don't want
You
to.
do. You have to accept that it is no longer only about you. And there are sacrifices that have to go into this situation now that are going to make you uncomfortable because you are used to running everything about your own life.
Not even that.
Even though I love you, it's still difficult to do.
Even simple stuff. I go to the grocery store. I buy a box of Gushers. All them bitches was mine before.
Yeah. Yes.
I buy them bitches and now
Yes.
I bought them on Sunday.
First of all, you ain't bought a pack of Gushers for yourself
They
since
are gone.
2008.
Exactly. Because she been with you ever
Because
since
somebody
then.
wanted to go
I just
keto,
want to
okay?
let you know that ain't got nothing to do with the marriage.
Okay.
You wasn't gonna
Somebody
have
wants to go
Gushers to
keto.
yourself regardless. It
You
was
know,
just
now
how
I
it's
gotta-
gonna be.
Now I gotta hide snacks.
You
I
know,
gotta hide snacks.
first of all, I gotta hide the stuff.
Okay.
I gotta hide the snacks. I gotta hide the
So, Corn, you're proving my point. Literally.
Exactly.
Like, you're literally proving my
Thank
Exactly.
you.
You
Thank
gotta
you.
hide snacks because things
Thank you.
change.
Oh no,
Like,
things didn't change. I completely understand when I'm
Like-
married and I accepted it. That's why I have to hide
that's
it.
what
so
you
I
do.
can
So you have to
and enjoy
adjust.
it.
And
So you have to
It's not
adjust.
necessarily an adjustment.
What do you call it? What else are you doing?
Proper preparation.
Hold on. How can I interrupt? Has anybody ever considered spending $5 more in buying both of you a pack of Gushers?
My guy, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, everybody can be happy, but they talk about, no, I gotta show what I got. Nah, hell no. We can't figure this shit out.
George is still gonna eat mine.
Yes.
First of
Let's
all,
be clear.
I'm the one that
That's
ordered the
gonna
better
happen.
food, and you be like, no, I don't want that. What is that you got? Can I have
We
all
ordered
of that?
My
Wife does the same thing.
Okay. We
Oh my
ordered different
God!
things on
Like,
purpose.
I said I wanted to. Do you want
So,
some? Oh, now
all
I'm
right.
changing the subject.
No, but we also can't go off in a rant because you know you
Absolutely right.
You
You're
just switched and
absolutely
changed
right.
the subject
I'm
and
not-
everything. I can't
this is your
like, come
show.
on
Let
now.
me-
Y'all gonna have us.
I will be
back.
back. I guarantee I need to come back.
Don't have us back. Don't
Okay,
get together.
so who else?
Oh no, don't just have me
Who's
back,
that?
period.
Everybody went.
Warnings. All right, here you go. Was this
topic.
yours? The warning question, was that yours? Or have you pulled yet?
is mine.
All right, pull for us.
That was a long round.
That's why you have to. That's why I have to shut you down. We got to go to the next question.
Y'all crazy.
It's already been an hour almost.
But it was a good hour.
It happens fast. That's why we gotta.
So
Good hour.
mine is,
Good hour. Good hour.
what's the hardest part about being married?
Ooh.
Apparently it's Gushers. I think that I'm gonna go with Gushers for 200.
Yo.
Amanda says still food be better, and if she wants some, she gonna get it.
That's it. I'm gonna get some.
Period.
But we had a conversation as we're deciding when the waiter said, "Do you need a minute?" Yeah, I don't know what I need.
No, I
Yeah.
want to try the
She
lobster
said,
and the steak.
I know what I
I
want.
the lobster and I get the steak, and I try both of them.
There's
That's
some
cool.
things coming.
During that time,
Y'all
that's,
are-
There's some things
that's a
coming out.
good
What's the
part.
question?
It said,
What's the hardest part about
what's
being
the
married?
hardest part about being married? I think that the hardest part about being married for me was that knowing that every decision that I made didn't just affect me anymore. Like, so
I get that for sure.
So that was the that's personally for me, you know. It's just having to keep in mind, having to check in, having to, you know, just realize that, you know, it ain't just about me no more. So just being very selfless within the marriage and treating every decision as a somewhat of a group decision as opposed to just an individual decision, even if it, in my mind, technically only affects me. Nothing only affects me anymore.
Good answer. I guess I'll go, huh? Hardest thing. The hardest part for Amanda is communication. You gotta communicate everything.
I love that.
Bring her back in here.
Like,
Hey, no, that's what's
just
up.
say, so still you want to
what's
answer
up.
yours? Because
Yeah, go
the
ahead, 'cause
hardest
you gotta
part
go
of
ahead.
hers is communication.
Hardest part of marriage was communication.
That's what Amanda said. What's your hardest part of marriage?
I know what mine is. Or you got it.
I don't know. Who makes the rules?
You can sweet. You can wait.
You know,
I tag you
so
in. I can bet.
okay, I'm gonna go.
This ain't no theta bump.
Mine
Oh wait, I can't.
is compromising, right? Because I
That is
want
your hardest.
what I want, how I want it, when I want it.
You're stubborn. That's the word you're looking for.
That's not what I said.
That's the word you're looking for.
Okay, so DJ, give us a little more. Talk to us.
You know, I don't like being. I mean, I'm spoiled. Whatever. I'm the oldest grandchild. You know, I'm whatever. You know, I get what I get. If I ask for it, I want it. How dare you tell? Why would you tell me no? Why would you ever tell me no?
Period.
So I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't.
I'm
So
not mad.
I have to learn how to. You know, okay. I have to give and take. The give and take. I like to take things. I like to take. I don't want to give, but you got to give. Sometimes you got to give.
I feel it.
I'm working on that. You got to give.
It's my turn.
I understand that. I feel it. Corn, sounds like you're waiting. What's
the hardest part about being married?
Yep.
Not getting shit like that recorded, but I got it this time, so
whatever. I know my struggles. My struggles.
Cool. So I got that documented that it is a lot of no give and a lot of take.
So what's your hardest part of being married?
Not having
DJ,
enough.
back up off of him. Give him his space.
I mean,
you gotta give us his experience.
Honestly, again, I know what I'm married. I know exactly who the woman is that I enjoy spending the rest of my life with. I wake up every morning. I'm like, damn, I do not want to go to work. I do not want to deal with these people, but I love my wife. Can I cuddle some more?
This is beautiful. Well, what's the hardest part? Because this is cute.
Really,
getting out of bed in the morning.
Like, yeah, that's real talk.
About everything else besides
on some real shit. I promise you.
Corn. What is the hardest part about being married to
being
DJ?
Married to my wife. The hardest part about being married to my wife.
He just complained about me yesterday.
I was gonna say, I'm sure he complained today. I'm sure at some point we all do.
I mean, if I complained about you about something, it's because it was something that I was liking at Wells too. So it's
so what is that?
I don't know. I don't know. You're great, and I fucked up. So this is a hard question for me. Sorry, I'm trained well. Hey, we've been together for forever. Like, I don't know how to say anything bad about her. She's been perfect.
But it doesn't have to be bad about her. Just what's the struggle?
What's the struggle?
Nothing's really hard. I enjoy it. Like, you don't understand how much I love you. Like, I enjoy everything. You're awesome. Like, it's fun. I get to watch it. Like, it's dope.
He's telling y'all what y'all want to hear.
Living your life like it's golden.
Danny said you a smooth criminal. Listen, ain't he smooth, Danny? Smooth, okay. Like.
Okay.
I wish. I'm trying, dog.
All right.
Okay, I have an
answer. I'm trying to invite you. What's
your answer?
Like, I'm not. You are not coming back because you're here lying. Like, I'm not doing this with you.
What's the answer?
I don't want to say it.
Answer it. Here we go. Answer it. No. Answer it. That's the point. That's why we're here. Answer it.
I mean,
do you think it's gonna rock a boat like that?
No, it ain't gonna rock a boat. It's just uncomfortable.
Oh, that's I don't want to be in your marriage, but I was good.
Yeah,
be uncomfortable.
The hardest part of being married for me is that I am married to a very controlled man, and so like he's very alpha. So he's gonna lead. He's gonna be in control. He's gonna make the plans. He's gonna make decisions and forget to talk to me about it. I am used to also being in control of my life. So like the hardest part is playing co-pilot, like sitting in the second chair and allowing him to, we doing this and this is going on and this is happening, and like it's almost like whiplash for me. I'm like, what? Wait, no. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's very difficult for me. So, like, one of the things that I constantly have to remind him is, like, you have to walk me through this. Like, I know, but you got to walk me through this. Like, even though I know you figured it out, you crossed every T, you dotted every I need to start at the beginning. Like, I need to know what's happening, what's going on. So, that's my hardest part of being married. I'm learning. But, you know, so. Oh, wrong.
I got my answer now.
Are you ready?
All right. Cool.
I think mine is kind of like between what you and Corn were saying. Like, mine is just
her getting perfect and being controlling.
Kind of. No, but like mine is just, I'm kind of like the opposite of you and 50 kind of thing. It's like I'm used to, if I say something, the people around me, that's the move. Like there is no question and there is no.
That's him too.
There is like if it's said, it's That's We
argue a lot because there are moments that I'm like he'll like kind of
came back with a smoothie.
Shit like
First
this.
of all, I know that's against rule number 3, article 4, section 6.
Oh, y'all heathens.
But there's a lot of times that we're like debating or arguing, and I have to point out to him the only reason that you're like upset is because people don't challenge you normally,
Right.
And that's
it. It's
that's
just
the hardest part is
Yes.
like the way I handle being challenged is like I can't do that with Amanda. So it's learning how to like this don't happen to me that often. So it's like so learning how to deal with those and being able to focus on the love and what it actually is in that process of like, yo, look, you questioning this, but trust, like
yeah.
So just being able to,
That's so cool. I get that, huh? Hardest thing about being married?
Yeah, that was
Yep, we just finished it. That's cool. I definitely really get that. I understand that. Amanda said, Then
she still ain't gonna listen to him.
Oh, wait, can I make my comment now? I know exactly what I want to say.
Uh-oh. Alright, go.
That's me or you?
I'm not reading it.
We're not going to entertain foolishness.
We're not entertaining it.
Oh well, mine was who's gonna let the dogs out, because I don't be wanting to do that and it'd be cold as shit. And she'd be looking at me and be like,
that's what it do.
Yes, yes.
Apparently
that's what
this
it
is
is.
a
Sleep a lot. That's the that's
Oh
the,
yes, ding 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 ding. Found it. There we go. Got my answer.
You want to jump in?
Got my answer. I was like, yo, it is 11:30.
At the ass crack of dawn.
I'm sorry. Most human beings are up by 7.
He wakes up before the fucking chickens. Like, and then
I see the sun come up.
What?
That's because it's Michigan. It's Michigan.
I see the sun. when
Nigga,
I
we
wake
only got
up.
the sun for 6 hours.
I don't need to see the sunrise.
Come on
It's
now.
fair. No.
Oh, that's good.
No.
It is good. That's delicious. Yeah.
Right?
No. And then he want to wake the whole house up because he's
First of
up.
all, I don't wake the whole house up.
He
The
wakes
dog
the whole
wakes the
house
whole house up, and then we sit there and debate
The
on
dog
who's
be
going to
sleep
let
with
the
me.
dog out. That's the biggest issue in
The
a
dog be
relationship.
sleep with me.
Okay, so what
That's
the
the biggest.
hardest thing about being married is waking up to put your dogs out?
To let the dogs out in this cold in Michigan, yes. In Kentucky, it wasn't as horrible. It was
That's the
cold
hardest
sometimes.
thing. It seemed like it too. They go at it.
Oh no, you don't understand. You do not understand. No, fuck
Don't
that.
wake me up for
You
that.
got me a robe. That robe is awesome. I
Amanda, like,
appreciate
she
it. I
sleeps
promise you.
a lot.
I
Like,
promise
right,
you.
like-
It is the armor to protect me from that cold. No, fuck that shit. I'm good.
It sound
No,
like
it's your
we
turn to let the
need
dogs
a
out.
dog.
I do that shit every morning. I mean, can you do it at least one day out of the week?
I do it the
please?
one day.
What
All
one
right,
day?
so it's my turn to pull
that one
a
day.
bitch.
That was like 2 months ago.
It is my turn to pull a question. 'Cause
Literally
we're
2
moving
months
on
ago.
to the next question, Wilson's.
Well, you asked me and I gave you an answer this time.
All right, my question is,
Did you get put with a smoothie?
what is the biggest lie you've been told about marriage? The biggest lie I've been told about marriage? I haven't been told anything. I think my perception of what marriage was just way off because my parents weren't married and I wasn't around it that much. A little bit though, because my grandparents have been married 72 years, like married, like
How old are they?
One just turned 90 and one is like 80 something.
Wow.
You said 72?
They have been married 72 years.
That is
Yeah.
a long.
I'm trying to figure out if my grandma even that old.
One was 17 and one was 18, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's what they were. Something like that. Like immediately.
Whew, they went through
Your mom
some
got a lot of
shit.
siblings?
It's my dad. Yep, he's one of 10.
Oh, that's how my dad is.
Yeah, so I think looking at them, I always perceived it to be like just calm and quiet, and that's because I'm a grandchild. So like I didn't see a lot of their the beginning of their marriage when the firecrackers was popping. Yeah, they're young things. So I think I just had a really bad perception of what I thought it was. I thought it was a lot simpler. That's period. Amanda said, "Yeah, I wasn't told about marriage until it was time to get married." Same, like,
Yeah.
I like how she's in order too.
she is. Listen, she here. She answered. That's why I gotta read
in
it.
spirit, bro.
She
Also in picture,
know,
you
the
can put it
funny
back up.
part-
I'm not mad at that.
Your answers don't matter without her comments. So
Right,
we,
pretty much,
we gotta
man.
get her
I'm
stuff.
glad you understand that.
The funny part is that everybody in here stated that their parents were married at some point.
Yeah.
Most of my friends, I think I was the only one whose parents were married. Everyone around me, it was single family households or, raised by grandparents or, it was never both parents married in the household. All around me, I'm from the east side. I was the only.
I'm from the east side.
First of all, you find wives on the east side. That's it. Okay.
Wives on the east side.
Right.
You found
East side of Muskegon. There you go.
You found one, and I'm great. Okay.
Technically,
Right off a warning on the drop. Don't play.
You're from Muskegon, right?
absolutely
There we go. East side of Muskegon.
not the east side of Muskegon. No.
East side in Muskegon.
Not the east side in Muskegon, and Muskegon is in West Michigan. But if we just gonna go there,
But nobody else's parent. They never had that married unit. And that it was weird that I was the one whose parents were married. That was weird, actually. So
Amanda from the east side too. Sorry,
that's why I love her.
I'm reading it.
That's why I love her.
Message, but didn't nobody want to
On the east side.
That makes a lot of sense.
I was trying to convey a message until nobody want to agree. I'm just saying. I knew what I was saying for the episode. Made sense.
Okay.
The question continued, so it goes to who?
What's the question?
What was
What's the biggest lie you've been told about marriage?
I'll be real. My answer is a lot like Amanda. I never really seen a successful marriage, so it's like I didn't really have a vision or any like that. It was just I knew what I wanted. I want to be the opposite of what I seen.
So you just felt like it's like the blind following the blind. Just
that's
way to
like
make it work.
We used to laugh about that. We was getting married. It's like we about. Who knows?
It's like I know what not to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes. But that's a lot for us too. Like we kind of talked about that too. That's a lot of the reason that we kind of just do whatever. Like
our child is literally identical. Like it's funny.
It's we just do whatever works for us. Cause what else can you do? Like, what else? Yeah.
Your marriage is different than their marriage.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because I'm just hearing y'all. So I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I feel like. I mean, I know that not unfortunately, but I feel like amongst the circle of friends that I have, I would say that I have more privilege of having all of my family collected. Like I've had all my grandparents together married. I've had all my parents together married.
That is a blessing.
The only reason people ain't together is because they ain't on earth no more. Like
that's beautiful.
They're all married on his side. That's
beautiful.
Like so, I know the value of family and all of that stuff. So. Hearing that from y'all and my ideal y'all and all of that stuff, but that's how y'all perception growing up and all that is a little bit weird to me because that's nothing that I grew up knowing, but knowing that that's out there and it exists, it makes a lot of sense. So I mean, it's kind of a little, just a little realistic, slap in the face type thing. Not slap in the face, but come to realization of. Like everybody ain't the same for real. I thought it was a lot easier. I thought like my answer to the what's your biggest lie on marriage, it was the man makes all the money. You know what I'm saying? It's 2021. I mean on paper my wife make more money than me right now, but I mean
it is what
it is. That's on paper.
Yeah.
Giving too much.
It doesn't matter though. Yeah,
you
should have just let it ride. Like, just let it ride. Like,
no, y'all don't know the investments I got.
But you could, but it's a big deal for even to be able to just say like, yeah, on paper my wife makes more. Like that's something that men,
like that's why I'm winning. That's why I'm golden. I picked right.
That's why I'm golden.
Like no, that's what you told me to say. I'm rolling.
You married up.
He did.
What?
He did.
I will preach that until I die. It will be on my gravestone.
So Danny said he was scared of being married and unhappy like his parents for 28 years. And then Missy, host Missy, asked him, "Do you think your parents knew that you could tell they weren't happy?" And Danny said he told him when he was 10. This whole thing going on. Listen, the comments.
They don't give kids. They think kids are dumber than they.
Very much.
Kids are very much so smart, and they know.
I think that's why it's important as parents to not put your thoughts on the kids.
You
Eventually, a kid gonna look at you and see. All right, my mom ain't shit. All right, my dad ain't
they
shit.
They know what's going on. They'll realize what's going on very quickly. You don't have to tell them. They'll get it.
Yep.
For me, the biggest lie I was told is like this. It's like a phrase, like all you have to do is this.
Yeah.
That's not all you got.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was the biggest lie.
You want to share the phrase or not?
No, I mean like literally anybody telling you that all you have to do is anything is a lie.
Yeah, nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like no matter you could do all of the things that you think that you should do, and that doesn't equal a perfect marriage, basically. So if somebody tells you that all you gotta do is this, they're lying, because it's a never ending thing of things that you may have to do.
It's called marriage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
it's not like a one destination. Like it's just a continuous ride.
It is a roller coaster.
Yeah,
at all times.
Shit.
And it adjusts. Like there could be one moment where one part is being leaned one way, and it can switch immediately. And like
that's how Amanda and I stuff, like when we first met, I was at Quick and Loan, living my best life, and within, that first year, everything whoosh, and then she saw me, not many folks see me at that low, upside down phase, and it switched back, and now it's back, and it's back, so it's like
She saw you tipsy turning. She know all of you.
absolutely.
She know your yin and yang.
I'm tipsy turvy right now. Like I'm literally like, this is weird for me. Like I'm in a stretched position right now, and I'm leaning 100%.
So real quick, I want to say this. Like, I heard a quote about how success is, and it's not something that you can own. It's something that you're in. You got to work for it every day, every month. You got to grind for that shit. And that's the same thing. And I think that a marriage is like you strive to get to where you think your ideal marriage is, and every day you and the person that you decide to spend the rest of your life with are growing and becoming a different person. It's not necessarily because you're trying to be different from who you used to be. It's just how life is, and your transition is going to transition in that manner. So you have to work towards it every day and grind to it to make sure it's a successful marriage. So I think that kind of correlates and all of that.
Just because you were just because you were happy yesterday does not mean that you're gonna be happy today.
Yeah,
you will not be happy every day.
It can go to shit today.
Today.
Like,
all effort.
And it was the happiest day of your life yesterday. If you don't wake up the next day and ready to put that same effort in, it could just fall apart.
Yeah.
And that's like,
And even when it falls apart, you gotta be committed enough to put it back together. You gotta put it back together.
I think that was my biggest realization with marriage. Like when it does fall apart,
you have to build that shit back up.
Because what else you gonna do? You're married.
It's that cycle. You have to keep building it up and building it up, and you make
it better. You got options,
you can't leave. You could leave, but that's an extreme. That's literally the point of being married. It stops you.
That's the last resort.
That is
when you're done.
Yeah.
You gotta be willing to.
You can't just dip.
Right.
So I'm married up. How much of half can I get?
Depends on who your lawyer is.
Right. I got eyes.
No, you don't.
No, I got the female leg.
No, he don't. And he don't.
You got the female
Don't play with me.
Oh, my bad, Carrie. You might be watching.
Don't play with me.
You got the man.
All right, so we're doing a little bit of a transition. I appreciate you guys for for kicking it with Sheila and answering all of Sheila's topics. We're gonna transition a little bit, and we're gonna go into our next segment. It's called Gold or Bold. So I'm gonna give you a topic. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a brief little description. You get to decide whether you think it is gold or bold. You have 30 seconds to explain to me why. Nothing more. Like, you cannot go any longer. Gold or bold. No silver, no bronze, no nothing in between. You got to pick a side. All right? All right. So, the first one is Kim leaving Kanye. So, I know news broke basically that Kim is fed up. And she has decided that she's leaving Kanye. Corn, gold or bold?
I believe that is bold because the statement is Kim leaving Kanye. How come it can't be Kanye leaving Kim?
Because she said it. Like,
he said it first,
and he said like he said he's anxious and sad about her leaving.
She's the one that left him.
Yeah,
wow.
She found it.
Okay, I didn't read the headline. So still bold because damn, fuck, my nigga Kanye about to be lonely and depressed. You about to make a dog ass CD, so cold, so gold. Ooh, I don't know. This is the gold side.
10,
shit.
9.
For him personally, bold. For me,
no.
Gold.
Is it bold or gold?
It's gold for me.
5.
It's gold for me. I'm going for gold.
Gold.
I'm
okay.
gold.
Kim leaving Kanye is gold.
It's gold.
I feel that way. That's how I operate about Adele. I love her, but I be so happy when she break up because it's coming.
I feel bad for him personally, but
yes, and Mary J. Blige too.
I mean, there's gonna be millions and millions and millions of people that are gonna be happy because this one person is sad.
It sucks. I know, but hey,
Jesus wept.
All right, DJ. Gold. It's gold that she leaving them.
Let's go.
Why is it gold?
Say what you want about Kim, but how much bullshit can she put up with from him?
Mm-hmm.
First of all,
how much? Come on now.
But that's the point. You gotta talk.
Right. She has been through. Kanye is
his mental health is extreme.
Mental health is really in and out. It really is.
Herself
being married to a Kardashian.
Why do you think her self-esteem can't actually be based on social media? Not her real self-esteem, because she.
I'm talking about her lifestyle, the people that she had around her.
Yeah,
nah, man. Okay, first of all, Kim Kardashian, all the people the people she had around her. No, that was Chloe.
First of all, I think it's
yeah, Ray J.
Okay, so all right, still gold or bold? Gold.
I think it's bold, man. You ain't gotta announce that.
I mean,
I don't think she actually announced it. I think she filed it and then it's public record.
It's bold because you don't want to see no family breakup.
That is facts. Nobody want to see a family breakup.
Bold or gold, Elijah?
So I give both for the same reason. I'm not gonna be happy somebody lost their wife. Like, I can't think of a reason that.
Don't nobody really want to hear Kanye music with me.
That's most married men's biggest fear. So
is it?
Yeah.
Y'all don't act like
Russell Wilson said that a couple days ago. I just
I agree with them.
I mean, I ain't
been watching TV.
Just a fact. Anyway, for me, I would say it's gold because I know that was a really, really hard decision for her to make.
It was.
And if she decided to do that, it had to be like, extreme. And I know, and I've been following it a little bit as far as like she has really been dealing with him. Like, she's really been dealing a lot with his mental health. They've been going through a lot of things, and so
through sickness and in health.
Absolutely, I agree.
You have to be able.
You got to be able. You got to make a choice.
To be a line because at that you go by that, you can just run all over me and do whatever, and I'm supposed to just again.
And she got kids to protect
and build it up. Like, I got kids, I got my own mental health to deal with. I can't keep dealing with the
and
bullshit.
I do have my brands and my money
in their household, so we can't speak upon.
But that's why we here. That's the point.
That's the point, is to talk about it.
All right. So the next one, have you guys heard Meek Mill song lyric about Kobe?
I have not.
No, I have not.
It's over.
I have not.
First of all, fuck Meek Mills. I don't like him anyway, but
I want to hear it.
No, you don't.
I don't want to hear it.
So I haven't heard it, but basically it was the reference was basically something like, I'll be another chopper or helicopter or something like that, like Kobe, pretty much.
Wow.
Was the reference?
He basically made a Kobe reference like in regards to Choppa and his death. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a punchline.
It's not a too soon, nigga. That's an all pour of the taste.
Yeah, like
It's never ever gonna be nice.
You said I'm smoking Pookie Low. And people rap
That's
about
a nigga who
that
tried
all the
to.
time.
Hold on. First of all, if you send somebody to come try, if I don't fuck with you and you send somebody to come get me and I smoke that nigga, I still don't like you, nigga. Guess what? I'm smoking on your nigga.
It's
What,
culture,
bitch?
though.
What? Send another nigga this way. I'm gonna smoke that nigga too.
it's not a swap, basically.
It is not a swap because I did that on purpose. You talk about. No.
So basically, listen. So basically, what people have been trying to use to compare it is like, you know, people have had Emmett Till punchlines like Lil Wayne. People have had, but the difference is, it's like it was, you know, not saying that at any time it's right, but it's 50 years past their death. This when this was recorded, when it was recorded, it wasn't even a year. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, like Meek Mill has, I'm assuming, like at one point probably met Kobe or have people that are close to him. Kids died in the accident that he passed away in. It was just like he has to have no PR. Like somebody should have heard that and was like, this ain't that. You know what I'm saying?
It's both, for sure.
Especially like the image changes that Meek is trying to have, and you know who he's building himself to be. It just is not the moment. All right, Corn, go to bold.
All types of bold, because first of all, it's Meek. Second of all, Meek said it. Third of all, that was some bullshit. And fourthly, it was Meek.
DJ, go to bold.
Bold. That's terrible.
And fuck Meek.
Still go to bold.
Bold.
Absolutely.
That's terrible.
Golden girl.
Elijah, go to bold.
I'm excited. Cancel next one.
Cancel Meek.
Cancel that nigga. Oh, can we have canceled him 2-3 years ago?
Wow, we canceling him.
I want that nigga done
Strong
for.
word.
That's a strong word. Okay, cancel him.
Cancel.
All right. I actually think it's bold too. It's just not. It ain't time. I don't know when it will be a time. I don't think it will
So
be.
you
in my
agreeing with the
lifetime.
cancel?
But cancel.
Yes, I believe he's feeling cancel. I can see it in
So
your eyebrows.
I actually I don't use cancel lightly.
I don't either.
I think that our culture cancels too quickly, and I don't use cancel. I think the only person that I've actually advocated to really be canceled has been R. Kelly.
Robert.
Like
Fuck.
it's been Robert. That's the only person.
Socially path rapist. That
And it's like 30-40 women. So
yeah,
you know, I just
but Meek
think.
Mills is also close to that list. Like he's such a bitch ass nigga in his own right.
But I don't know about. It's not the same.
Not the same, but
that's
bitch
not a swap.
assness is bitch assness.
Nope. Bitch assness that raped 40 women is completely different.
No, that's not bitch assness.
Okay. So the next
Bitch.
one is Aisha Curry. So we know she is a married woman. She has a
It's my favorite topic. I'm waiting on this.
she has a natural beauty line that she's working on coming out. She posed in a nude photo. You can't see anything. She's like sitting with her knees up. So, you know, you just know she's nude because it's skincare products. She is getting backlash because of this picture.
Why?
Because she's married. She is Aisha Curry. She's, you know, still, you ready.
A man I was talking about this. This is gold because I feel like it's been a long time coming. Because a couple years ago, she made a comment out people ain't checking for her no more and all of that. And a couple years for that, she was like, she was mad that people looked at her like an old Disney star and this girl of innocence. So I feel like she's been on a quest for attention for a long time.
Wait, she was on Disney?
I don't think it was
She
for
was an actor.
attention.
She's at Disney.
I don't think it was for attention.
I don't think it was for attention.
You don't
either, but-
pose naked. My opinion. My opinion. You don't pose naked just to do it. You do it because you know people are gonna see it.
But it's a skincare line. It's the point is the skin.
Yeah, like
you can
there's
show
tons
off
and tons
skin
and
plenty
tons.
of places
But-
besides everywhere.
But most skincare lines are promoting their lines with like zero clothes. Like most of them, Maybelline, like Fenty, everybody, like everybody's
Are they
naked.
doing that for attention?
They're
done
doing it to show off
tastefully.
skin.
It was done tastefully. It's not like she was out there
But
like
as-
a city girl. She was. It was
Whoa, what
very.
is the city?
What's
girl?
the say? Hold on. Wasn't that y'all summer?
It was
Right.
It was very tasteful.
But that's not what she's doing. Like, listen,
Right.
the thing
she's
is,
not
there's no
shy. I get it.
there's no
I get it.
issue with who a city girl is or Aisha Curry or whoever. Like, women are women, and listen,
true,
sis, I
very
live for all of y'all. But that's not what she was doing. It literally looked just like the women who posed for Fenty, who posed for Maybelline, who posed for CoverGirl, like. Who America's Next Top Model every single season?
Men are gonna
There's
find
somebody
an
posing
issue
nude
with
for
everything.
beauty
But who they married to?
ads.
But what
It doesn't
difference
matter.
does
They're
it make?
whether they're married or not. That's what they're doing.
What difference
That's
does it
their ad.
This is-
You
this is-
can't see anything.
In this regard, just based on
Wait,
the
so since we can name her husband, that matters? Like, what does that matter?
No, this is.
I know.
This is a question.
I have a serial question. Like, why does it matter who she's married to? It's her line.
This is a marital question now.
Because it's her line. Yeah. What does
Because
her being married to
now,
have to
what-
do with her line?
Me posting a sexy picture. It is not even a sexy picture.
No, it's not
It's
sexy
not
at all. It's
not a
actually
sexy
innocent.
picture. But why would you be mad about that?
Me?
What's your definition of innocence?
Why would you be mad about that?
I'm a person. You gotta look at the breadcrumbs. You gotta look at the build up. A couple years ago, if a man came to me and was like, "Yo, none of your friends, nobody's really liking my pictures no more. What's going on?" That's a red flag to me.
But did she say none of his friends?
She said she doesn't get enough.
She's not getting enough attention.
She's not getting enough attention.
No, she's. It was because of the way that people perceive her, like the Disney mom princess. It's not necessarily that she just around here checking, waiting on
She's a
like niggas to look at her.
Yo, no,
with the
her
cooking
comment
show,
was she's not
raising her
having
kids.
niggas
She's
in
living
her
the Disney princess. She's
DMs.
she's living that
Her
life.
Either way,
comment
like, and so that was her
she's not
comment.
having niggas in her DMs.
Like I'm saying, that's the
She still has
attention.
niggas in her DMs.
Oh my goodness.
That was her comment. No, I'm not. Look at that.
It's the craziest thing in the world. We don't have time.
Okay.
Like, we can't do that.
But
Oh
the
my
answer
God.
is golden. Her skincare looks very golden.
I love your skincare products.
Very golden.
But the nude picture is the
The
question.
picture is the question.
Would you let 50 pose nude at an event?
First of all, let's be
Would you let your husband pose nude at an event?
If it is to sell millions of dollars,
Hey,
in
she said that
skincare
nigga about to make all
products,
that money. Hell yeah,
and you can't see anything. He works around without a shirt on all the time anyway. Yes.
all of us.
Fuck that. Who you have a shirt on?
I take this motherfucker off right now if it's gonna get my baby some more ratings on the Golden Girls podcast.
That's it. It's not, but we know. But if it did, damn it, that's what we doing.
Okay.
I mean, because it's her like posed up like this, like her knee. She's just holding her knee. It's actually a very innocent pose.
It ain't.
You can't see anything.
I'm saying it's golden.
but then you
wouldn't
could
like
just
a
say,
random posing that way.
I feel it.
But what if she did? You be mad?
I feel it. But
kinda what he said.
your point was
be mad
your
if-
point was
I'd be in
more
the
about who her
comments, though.
husband was. It wasn't really about her.
I'd be in the comments.
in her
though.
comments.
I'd be reading them.
But see, what would that do for you or her?
It wouldn't do nothing. That's why I wouldn't want her to do it. It would call. I don't know. Depends on the bag.
I'm still curious of you saying like, well,
Because you
does
know,
everybody
you
know her
damn sure
husband?
know
Like,
you
I don't
gonna
understand
find
what her
somebody
husband
that's
has to
gonna
do
say
with it.
something about
Okay,
something.
this is what I mean by that. I feel like if Michelle posed nude, would people still view her as
The iconic
the
figure she is.
iconic figure? They'd be like, "Yo, you Barack Obama's wife. You're not that person."
In that same fashion, yes. If she posed the way that Aisha
But
posed,
she's an individual
Yes.
person who has a skincare line.
So you're saying
So
Aisha
she's-
posed for...
So she's marketing for it.
yes.
It does, but her entire identity is not. No, it doesn't matter if she's Barack Obama's wife because she's Michelle Obama. So she's Barack Obama's wife no matter what because she is Michelle Obama. So it doesn't like it'll never
Everything
change
inside
unless they get a divorce.
Even
so
if-
your label of
still
what you
do.
feel like it should be or what it continues to be. Because remember, it's a roller coaster. So your label of what it should be or what her image should be it's not gonna change because she is actually Barack Obama's wife. She is Steph Curry's wife, unless they get a divorce.
You see me at a 50 bars party shaking his ass. I'm still
50 bars. Like I'm I'm in that bitch and I still miss his 50 bars.
And I'm shaking his ass all over the club, but I'm still his wife. What difference do it make?
How you feel seeing that online? You at the crib, you holding the baby, and you just see a video of your wife having a great old time.
Damn, she can't have a great old time.
Well, first of all, it depends on the method in which she's having a great old time.
Having a great time, and then I'm gonna come home and have a great time.
No, I am perfectly fine with her, Destiny, and all her friends having a whole good ball in a circle, shaking ass, having fun, being ratchet amongst themselves. Granted, some young nigga on her and she shaking ass.
But there's no man in Aisha's picture.
You'll be had.
There's no man in Aisha's picture. There's nobody else. There's no woman. There's nobody else.
Question about the situation, and I had to describe how the situation would break the fuck down. So
the last one.
But we good. So yeah, that's how I feel. But Aisha, I think her situation, I think is go. I embrace all women trying to go ahead and grasp their independence and creating some type of avenue for themselves, especially if she has that ability to do so. She is, what is that called, a socialite. She's an ex actress for Disney and shit like that. So yeah, it's all good.
Amanda said, ask the husbands, can we pose like that and post it on social media?
I mean, if y'all feel comfortable doing that, I'm not sure if y'all, I mean, for real, I'm pretty sure Aisha just had a baby and then went to the gym and worked out to get herself ready to take pictures and all of that stuff because she knew people was going to see her. If y'all feel like y'all want to just go ahead have people see y'all comfortably currently, I ain't got no problem with that.
I get that question a lot from single men.
If y'all cool with that, I ain't got a problem because I know what you look like and I'm perfectly fine with what you look like. But
they'll tell me, Corn wouldn't care if you went out with pasties on. No,
not the least bit.
He wouldn't give a fuck. He does not care.
I don't because I know that them pasties coming back home to me. So now if I see a young nigga in them pasties.
All right, Elijah, what do you think? Can I pose like that on? Oh, Danny said he don't give a fuck either. Can I pose like that on social?
I just want to let everybody know these young niggas gonna get.
I was just about to say, it's a young nigga haunting corn.
I'm not scrapping y'all niggas.
It's one that's trying them.
From the north end, and my father taught me how to shoot.
Some young nigga got corn bit the fuck out of shape.
Okay, go.
Y'all niggas say if they good, but this young nigga. So it's tough. This is tough for me.
Why is it tough?
Because it's so. I'll tell you why it's tough.
We know who your wife is.
No, for sure. I'll tell you this. Listen. I'll tell you this, and this is the perspective that is tough for me from, and I'll explain. As a man, right, and I'm speaking from the standpoint of Steph Curry. If I'm somehow in his shoes, he's amazing. So
Has everybody seen the picture?
I've seen it.
Yes.
I have seen it.
I have not actually.
I have seen it. You can't see anything of her, right?
It's classic.
But this is what I'll say. As a man, right, I've been most valuable player of the National Basketball Association multiple times. My family, I come from a lineage of NBA players. I've probably been pretty well off all of my life, and if I'm in the same circles as you and we've known each other since we was kids, I'm assuming that Aisha has never struggled for money either, right? With that being said, I know Steph Curry makes like $52 million a year now. I think he got a contract for like $206 million or something like that. A stupid contract, right? So for me, how I feel is like, if I make $50 million a year, if I make just myself make $4 million a month, that if I were to have an issue with this, that it shouldn't be an issue, because it's like we won, like life, like
we can pay a model.
We could pay Cardi B. Listen. I said if I'm uncomfortable with it. I'm not saying that Like because at the end of the day,
The question is, are you? Like,
no,
you
no, I
said,
know.
like-
I'm giving a perspective of like that while I'm torn. Not normally the purpose of wanting products to be pushed is to make money off of this product. Like normally, that's normally people's ultimate goal when they do an advertisement. I'm going to push this product so this product can be as good as it can be. If I'm your husband and we already make $52 million a year, it would be kind of like,
It would behoove me.
yeah, it would be weird to me that you would even need to do this, because it's like, but I can't understand her wanting her own fulfillment, right? And if this is what is, if her business striving is fulfilling to her, that's going to make her happy, which in turn, happy wife, happy life. So I'll give it a gold for that reason. As long as she happy, he should be happy.
That's a double-sided.
No, I'm just telling you how it could be bold. Like, because everybody else was torn, I'm just giving the perspective from the bold side.
The bold is
I wanna interject on
Next
the why
time it
you
won't
would
be
say
our
it was y'all, because based on the logic that you were given, just from how I was understanding, you're saying that it's bold because that nigga make money.
I feel that
She didn't have to
he has accomplished enough and made enough money to where that she should not
money
have
should
to do it.
dictate
he
happiness
made
and
enough
judgment
money,
on
so
life.
she need to just shut up and.
I'm
be
not saying
happy
she
with what
no.
got.
I'm not saying she needs to shut up or be happy with what she got. I'm saying she could be the biggest podcaster in the world. The biggest model in the world, biggest, even my wife is, and the biggest podcaster in the world. Whatever you want to do, I'm going to support it, invest in it, everything. However,
I don't want to see you out there naked necessarily.
Correct, and I do
I
feel that
understand
we're
that part.
stable enough to where in which, because normally people are doing things to push a product into.
but you can't see
Make-
anything though.
I hear your point in the principle of the
Principle
marriage.
of
I
what?
hear in the principle of the marriage. That is a respect thing. It's been something that I did that she felt uncomfortable with. She come and address me like, hey, I understand this is going to make us money, but I don't necessarily want you doing it. You may have other different outlets that can go ahead and get this. Let's say she don't necessarily I don't know if I could be a model per se, you know what I'm saying? Let's throw that out there, and I'm doing a fucking half nude shoot or nude shoot or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, and push fucking a perfume line, boom. That don't make sense, but that's what perfume lines do. They just do random shit, right? So that's what's gonna make it pop. But she like, you can pay somebody to go ahead and model for that, but no, I want to do this shit. It's my line.
That's just you being controlling.
So let's be clear.
Well, no, not necessarily.
That's you
in
being
that-
controlling, because
hold
unless
on, let
you
me
have some
finish.
kind of insecurity, what difference?
Well, it's not necessarily an insecurity. If I just really want to be the one to embrace my line, what fucking right is it to not be the person to do that?
No, I mean, if you're
That's what
doing
I'm
the
saying.
nude shoot and your spouse is mad and I'm pissed, why?
Now, it depends on the manner in which it is. Now, that can go into the core of who that person is. Like, you have different people who may
Controlling.
be... No, hold on. You have different people who may have a strong religious background to where in which they feel like you can only do certain things. Like, you have Muslim people who are where in which they do not expose any part of their bodies, period, in magnitudes of that nature. So, that in itself could fucking cause a rift in the family, period.
Yeah, but I feel like that. So then that would create that. I feel like that's a completely different discussion, because now
Why
you're talking
so?
about religion and
You don't know his beliefs.
and the spiritual. But if you guys are married, y'all should. Like, by the time you guys are
Understandably
married,
so yes, but you don't feel it. There is no way for you to have a full controlling understanding on how one individual feel about anything until you have that conversation with them. And if you have that conversation with them and they say, nah, I ain't feeling that shit, and you be like, nah, I thought you were feeling that shit, I'm gonna do it anyway.
absolutely, I agree. I agree. But that conversation,
guarantee
for
you
that, I just feel like that is an extreme conversation. I feel like that's an extreme situation. But I will
Plausible.
now. But I will say, in response to even
be
what
a lawyer.
even to what my husband
be a
said,
lawyer.
like,
No, you
I understand 100,000%. You know, monetarily, we don't have to do it. every single part of my value and my fulfillment does not come through money. And it might for my husband, it might for men, it might be for the leader or whatever. But if they did, like, honestly, a lot of what Corn say, if it's my line, because think about it, I sat up and watched Fenty, both of Fenty shows the other day. Rihanna was in her lingerie shit naked both times, like, because it's hers, and she did not have to be. There's hundreds of models. She's Rihanna. She could have just sat back and did nothing.
I want to do it because I want to do it.
But she did, because, like, there's actual footage of her watching it, and she's like, oh my God, I have to be a part of it. Like, she's like, they had to change it the last 10 days before the show happened because she wanted to be a part of it. Like, it mattered. Just, she's already making millions from this. And she's like, I have to be on stage with them, naked in my lingerie. Now, she's not married, of course. But, like, that moment of, I have to be, like, this is mine. I've worked my butt out for it. I've created it. I've done these things. Like, I get it, because your image of what you want your wife to be in, with that image and what that looks like, you don't want that to necessarily be out to everyone. But I'll be transparent. I don't want my husband out at 4 o'clock in the morning, but he do it because he making money, and I have to be okay with that. Like, and I'm not saying that, and let's be clear, I'm not complaining, but that is like a sacrifice that that's not something that I dreamed of when I was little, that my husband would be coming in normally that late. But that's his job. That's his profession. And it's more so, it's not even his job. It's his passion. Like, and so for me to say to him, I don't want you to do that, is me being extremely selfish. That's and selfish. Me taking and away from, because he can make money in his day job. So if the only discussion is really money, he can make money and we be fine with his day job. But his passion and what he wants to do stretches him to do things that are not traditional in what we consider everybody else's relationships. And there are adjustments that need to be made. So it's like, for me, I would expect that same consideration on both sides. Like, yes, it's not necessarily a nude thing, but how do I look as a wife that's letting you walk up in my house at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning all the time?
Responsible. Getting the bills paid.
Okay, so am I in my nude picture. Like, if we're gonna make it about money, then we can, and if we not, then we don't. Like, if we're gonna move the target every time, we can move it on both sides. But it's just that, like, if it's a passion and it's something like, I'm wrong for letting something like that, of what societal expectations of what my marriage is supposed to look like, affect my spouse's passion and what keeps them going and moving every day.
That's a part of the compromise.
Very much so.
That's a part of the compromise. You might not like it per se, but if that's what she loves,
yeah, because I don't like it.
You're gonna deal with it. That's just it. You're gonna deal with it. Marriage is you just dealing with a lot of bullshit. But whose bullshit are you gonna deal with? I'm gonna deal with your bullshit because I love you.
I love you too. Your bullshit is
very much so.
Bullshit.
That's the thing. Your
very
bullshit
much
is the best bullshit for
very
me.
much so.
That's all it is.
And that might, and over time, that might change. I mean, I might make up one day and I want to do a new photo that
them chops one day.
Works for my skin line, like
right.
My skin line. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, you know.
I think that's the key word for marriage is compromise.
Compromise is the key word for life.
When 50 said earlier, you take what you thought you knew,
yeah,
you just throw all that shit away,
and then you do what you got to.
And then you just kind of fucking wing it.
It's like being a parent. It's like, yeah, man, I think I knew. It's
like being a parent. You just wing it.
Shit is like, what?
We still here. We still making it.
Absolutely.
It's like 13 years later. Like, damn, you still here?
13.
All right, cool.
What you think, Steele?
About what?
You've been quiet.
He answered the ball to go.
I mean, I didn't know if you had a response, and then you just
we just talk a lot more than he does.
I know but you know, and my job is to pull the quiet people. You know,
I'm sorry, his wife. I said that wrong.
She talking. I'm watching her.
Yeah, but he ain't watching.
She said,
so you see what I'm saying?
She said, "That's make a sexy golden girl pose." Listen, I'm way ahead of you, sis.
I was gonna say,
y'all gonna have a husband page? Yo, I got November.
What?
I'm way ahead of you, sis. Trust me, we got some plans in the works.
Husband page, I got November.
we got some real plans.
Amanda,
we gonna call you.
Yeah, husband page, I got November. I will say that one more time.
We gonna call you, sis. I can't wait.
We got.
I can't wait. It's gonna be great. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Like, was it that easy?
Fun.
Was it that easy?
I don't know if it was easy.
2 hours.
I've had easier
2
things
hours
done in my sleep. This was fun.
You got
Anyway.
to talk about how much you love me and adore me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I got to tell the public how much I love you and adore you every day.
It wasn't that bad. It genuinely wasn't as bad as y'all thought, was it?
Oh no, I didn't think it was bad at all.
Yes,
Easy.
Amanda, you go
It
be
was
sexy,
not
girl.
easy though. It was not easy.
She said she finna be sexy.
She about to be sexy. And
Yes, it wasn't. So really quick, you get. So real quick, you get about 10 seconds to get. You get one phrase. 10 seconds. What is your golden nugget? What are you leaving everybody with? And then we signing off.
I don't want to start this one. Let me think.
I'll start.
DJ, what's your golden nugget?
Yes, compromise.
Compromise.
Marriage is about compromise.
Okay, I feel it. Still, what's yours?
It's not about communication, it's comprehension.
Ooh.
I like that.
Drop the bars on us before you leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Cool.
What's your golden nugget?
Take the microphone.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I guess that works for everybody.
If we're happy, we make you happy.
Very much so.
What's your golden nugget, Des?
Love.
Love.
Every single decision, lead it with love. And it sounds so corny and it sounds so like cliche, but
true.
just remember that
Sounds
you love
good,
him.
Molly.
Always.
Through the
Don't
deepest of
forget
bullshit,
that you love him.
Clicks that I love this. I love his ass. Oh my
Don't
God.
forget that you
I
love
love you
him.
too.
That's what
I love
matters.
you.
Later, and I still
Right.
love him.
That's
Right.
what matters. Corn, what's
Oh
yours?
shit! I thought you was gonna forget about me.
I don't forget.
I really tried. My biggest takeaway. What did you say it was called?
Golden nugget.
Your golden
My
nugget.
golden nugget from tonight was, marriage is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get, but when you get it, enjoy it.
I like that.
I'm not mad at that at all. I want to thank you guys so much. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. This has been a really amazing show. Thank you so much to all of our comments on Facebook. I want to thank everybody that's listening. Also, you can check the show wherever you listen to podcasts, and we are also on YouTube. If you can't figure out where to find it, just go to goldengirlspodcast.com, and we'll get you everywhere that you need to go. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, everywhere. Just look us up. We here for you. Thank you so much for being our friends, and we will see you next time.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
Still airing?